so thrilled that there's so much interest in these meditations. I am passionate about meditation, and you don't hear people say that very often, that they're passionate about meditation, but I truly am. So I'm thrilled that there's such a wonderful response and that there's people out there who are interested in it as well. Meditation is life-changing, it's health-changing, it's joy-infusing, and it's something powerful that we can do that doesn't require anything. It just requires that we just be. So it's a wonderful tool that we can use in our journeys, in our health journeys, in our manifestation journeys. So I'm so thrilled to have you here. For those of you who are new, who have never seen me before, my name is Renée Morris. I'll do just a really, really quick introduction. We don't have a lot of time, so I'd like to get right into it. My business is called Oceanica. I am a certified quantum touch practitioner, quantum touch ambassador, energetic clairvoyant, and energy coach. That's a lot of things to say that I love everything energy and how we can dive into our energy, get to know our energy to change and improve our lives and become really empowered. So if you'd like to know more about me, for those of you who found me through the Quantum Touch newsletter, you can visit my profile on the Quantum Touch website. In the practitioner directory, you can search by my name, Renée Morris, or an easy way to do it is just filter by country. I'm the only practitioner in the Dominican Republic. And for those of you who have come to me through my newsletter or social media, you can connect, you can find me on all social media platforms, and I also have a website. I would love to hear from all of you or any of you. After every meditation, I get a few people who message me to talk about meditation, about energy work, or to give me feedback on the meditation. I love connecting with other people who are interested in the world of energy, even if you're just a beginner. So feel free to message me either through the Quantum Touch website or email my website or on social media. So that's enough about that. Tonight's theme is I am declaring, and it's a meditation on our word power. And it's a throat chakra, for those of you who are familiar with our energy centers. It's a throat chakra meditation. And something amazing happened to me this afternoon. I was scrolling online, I saw that today's the Lionsgate portal, and I thought, how wonderful. When I planned this meditation, I didn't plan it to be on this day. And this is apparently, I don't know a lot about astrology myself, apparently a powerful day for manifestation, for all things related to energy, according to astrology. So I thought, that's great. You know, I've just been scheduling the meditations every second Tuesday, and it happened to fall on today. So that was wonderful. Then as I was reading up about the Lionsgate portal, I learned that it is connected with the throat chakra. So what are the chances that I unknowingly scheduled this meditation on this day for an astrological event that connects to our throat chakra? And when I first started these meditations, I wasn't even thinking that they would go in the order of the chakras, but I noticed after doing 3 of them that somehow I had subconsciously organized them that way. So I just continued with it. So in no way was it planned, and I just find it's an amazing synchronicity, serendipity that I'm very excited about. And these are the kinds of things that happen when you really get into the world of energy. Just things line up beyond what you could have planned, what you could have imagined. So I was thrilled. I said I have to share that with my meditators tonight because it was so exciting for me. So tonight's theme is I am declaring. And when I was thinking about doing this meditation, I thought, what would be the best I am title? All the meditations are I am something. And so I was thinking, I am affirming, I am speaking, you know, all words related to the throat, to the voice. And they just weren't packing that punch. And so I got online onto the online thesaurus, and I was looking at all the synonyms related to the voice and speaking. And I saw I am declaring. And I love the energy, you know, words, we can give them meaning, and then often they have an automatic meaning for us because of how we've learned them in their context in our past. And I am declaring, when you say it, if you say it right now to yourself, I am declaring, and notice how that feels in your body. When we declare something, we are saying it out loud as a truth with conviction. So when I think about declaring, I'm envisioning myself on a podium in front of an audience announcing something. You know, we don't say I am declaring and then a minute later say, oh, never mind, I didn't really mean it. Or we don't declare something and then say, well, I take that back. We don't have to declare something, we fully declare it. So, and that is what we're going to explore tonight, is the power of our voice energy, of our throat chakra, what we can do with it. And we're going to embody that energy of I am declaring. So on that note, we'll get started pretty quickly. Let's see what else. Had a couple more things to say just about the energy of the voice before we start. And that is, we all know that our voices are powerful. I think often we forget how powerful they are. But if we think of, for example, how we talk to a baby, our voice can give life and it can also shrink life as well. So for example, when a baby's learning how to walk, it's mom and dad, or his or her mom and dad, encourage it. You know, when it's trying to walk and it's falling down and getting back up, you say to the baby, great job, you can do it. Oh my God, look at you go. And you infuse your voice with enthusiasm. You never say to a baby, oh, you fell down, don't bother getting up, you'll just fall down again. Or like, oh, you failed, you fell down, look at you, you know. Those are the things that we say to ourselves when we fall down, either not necessarily physically, but when we fall down in life, we say to ourselves, oh, you big dummy, why did you even bother try? And so we use our own voice against ourselves. Of course, we would never say that to a kid. Oh, you big dummy, why bother even try walking? You're just going to fall down. So we know that our voice has so much, and the words that we use have so much power. And there's probably no one among us that wouldn't give everything that they have to hear the voice of a loved one and the sound imprint that that voice makes on us. And it wouldn't be, they could say anything. They could say the grass is green, but if that person has passed and we haven't heard their voice in many, many years, we know the impact that it would have on us, regardless of what they were saying. So our voices are powerful, and we're going to get into it tonight. Now, in quantum touch, we don't use a lot of voice, but there is a technique called toning, which we're sort of going to incorporate into tonight's meditation. And it's basically making sounds, vocalizations, to help support the movement of energy. I'm not going to explain too much about it because I think you guys will just get it intuitively as we go along. But I wanted to name the technique. It's called toning. And I just call it making funny noises when I'm talking with my clients and letting them know what they'll hear from my end. So just little hums or little vocalizations that help to move the energy. So we're kind of going to incorporate that into tonight's meditation. So let's get started. Before, as you can see, I can keep talking, and really I have so much to say on this theme. I had to pare it down, and I'm thinking I might make a YouTube video for YouTube talking about the voice and the energy of our words, because it is so powerful. It's a tool that we all have. It costs nothing, and it is transformative. So let's get started. Make sure you're not doing anything else but the meditation. Don't drive at the same time. We really go into a deep space. So I want your full attention on my voice. Get comfortable in your chair, couch, in your bed, and close your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes. So I like to have my one hand on my chest, the other on my belly, but feel free to position yourselves as you wish. If you know the quantum touch breath work, then definitely support this meditation with the breath work or any other breath work. And if you don't know any breath work, then just try to remember to take some fuller breaths. I will remind you every couple of minutes to breathe. And if you put one hand on your belly, then you'll also be able to feel the expansion as you take deeper breaths. So let's get started. We'll take a few deep breaths. As you can see, I do get very, very excitable talking about this stuff. So we'll just ground ourselves. Ooh, and you can make an audible sigh if that helps you get centered. Ooh. And something that came to my mind today as I was preparing that can help call our energy back into us is to think of our energy bodies as a measuring tape. And during the day, the measuring tape is pulled out, and sometimes it's pulled out really, really far because we have a lot to measure, a lot to take care of, a lot of business to tend to. And so often at the end of the day, we feel stretched out. And that wears us down a little bit, tires us out. So we're going to imagine our measuring tape, the measuring tape of our energy, stretched out according to our day. But now we're going to toggle that little button on the casing, and that measuring tape is going to come flying right back and curl up right into us. And that will be all of our energy coming back to us for us to use. So that's a handy technique that you can use with your imagination to call your energy back into yourself when you're feeling a little bit spread thin and worn down. So we'll take a few more breaths. Ooh. Ooh. And our awareness is going to be exactly where we are. We're going to focus on ourselves, on our breathing, and the world around us is just going to disappear for the next few minutes. And as we feel that calm within us, when we're ready, we're going to open the eye of our imagination, the eyes of our imagination. So not our physical eyes, but our imaginary eyes. And we're going to find ourselves standing in front of a mirror. Now, some of you will be horrified to look at yourselves because you don't like looking at yourselves in the mirror and avoid it at all costs. Not to worry. We are going to change that in a minute. And some of you will be perfectly happy to see yourselves in the mirror. But in this moment, you can choose to see the ideal version of yourself, however that looks. It can be you from 20 years ago, from a special moment in time. It can be you now, but maybe 20 pounds lighter, or with a different hairstyle or life circumstances. It can be a future you that you're working towards. And it can be a completely different version of yourself in a different body, how you would love to see yourself. A movie star version, a super athlete version, a genius scientist version, whatever that looks for you. Take the liberty to create that version of yourself. And as long as it feels like you, as long as you connect to the feeling of you in that reflection, then it can be anything. And just breathe. And take a look at yourself and notice how you feel looking at that beautiful version of yourself. And now we'll bring our attention to our throat, to our own voice. And we're just going to make some little noises, or they can be big noises. And I want you to watch your reflection. Of course, he or she will be making the noises too, but you will be able to see the noises as energy in colors, shapes, forms, pictures. And so the noises can be however you wish, but we'll make a few little noises and notice what the noises look like coming out of the mouth of your reflection. So it can be something like, so play around with it. They can even sound funny. You can do funny things with your lips to make different noises. And notice how they look coming out of, how the energy looks coming out of your reflection's mouth. Is it rainbow colors like mist? Is it music notes? Is it bubbles? Is it just ethereal looking energy in different colors? If you don't see anything at all, not to worry. Just play around with a few different noises. Notice how it feels in your body to bring those vibrations to life through your voice. Some of the sounds will feel different in your body than others. And now we are going to use our words, and we're going to look at ourselves in the reflection, in the mirror, and we're going to say, I love you. And notice what happens in your reflection. Does anything happen? You can say it again. I love you. Does she or he change? Does their energy change? Do you see any additional energy? I love you. And now, some of you won't like this, but we're going to notice the contrast when we say, I hate you, to our reflection in the mirror. What does our reflection do? Do they react? Does the energy look different? You probably noticed your own energy felt different. Maybe it felt uncomfortable in your body, or your body shrunk a little, or didn't like the sound of saying it out loud. Or maybe you felt a little bit of a twinge of guilt for having said that to yourself in the past. And so we notice how powerful our voice energy really is. And so we pull our reflection through the mirror into our space, in the space of the real world. So he or she, they are with us now, beside us. And we feel connected. We feel and we know the love we have for them. And so together, we're going to go on a little adventure. And our energy will know exactly where to go. So it's not something we need to think about. But we're going to go to a loved one. It can be a past loved one, present loved one, family, friend, relationship, where we know we used our voice in a hurtful way, in a disempowering way, for them, for us. Maybe we said something. It can even be one thing that we said. It doesn't have to be a whole relationship. It can be one moment in time where we said something, where we used our words against them and really against ourselves by doing that. And so we find ourselves before them energetically. And we use the power of our vocalizations. We can use our words, but sometimes in these circumstances, it's better to use the sounds, because with the sounds, we can connect with the vibration of a feeling. And so we put our attention on them, us and ourselves and our reflection, and we make those noises of the love we want to project to them, remembering that moment. And we can watch the shape of the noises, the colors of the noises, the pictures of the noises that come from us and infuse into them and bring harmony and healing to that past moment. And we see the colors leaving our mouth and the mouth of our reflection and wrapping around that person, healing what was said, bringing harmony to that unbalanced energy. And if we haven't found that right sound, we can keep just playing around with the different sounds. Until we can feel it in our body, that feeling of connection and resonance. And we understand how powerful the vibration of our voice is, even in private, even when nobody is listening. We can use our voice, our sounds, to bring that divine energy that connects us all into our body and to send it to our loved ones, even to any problem in our life. If you have a problem at work, if you have a problem in your family, if you have a problem within yourself, hold that problem before you in your imagination and surround it with the sounds that feel good, and see that energy in colors, shapes, and pictures surround and infuse into that problem, and watch how it is moved by that energy. And you yourself will be moved by that energy as well. And don't forget to breathe. Oh. And so in this moment, recognizing the power within us, we turn and look at our reflection and admire that beautiful version of us. And we watch as our reflection steps into our bodies and becomes one with us. And we feel its presence within us, that beautiful, idealized version of ourselves. And we understand that that was us all along, and is us, and will be us. Its energy, their energy, is our energy. And the colors and shapes and beautiful pictures that represent the vibration of the words and sounds that come out of their mouth is what comes out of our mouth. And it can transform the world, and it can transform a moment. And we breathe fully, and we allow ourselves to be moved and touched by this knowing and this discovery. that we have the power to speak energy into reality with our voice. And we understand that we can use this to declare who we are, what our intentions are, and what we would like to see for ourselves and in our lives. And so we say out loud 3 times, I am declaring, I am declaring, I am declaring. And we feel the power in that statement and the energy behind declaring something rather than just speaking it. And we feel our power and we feel the creator within us coming to life. And we take a few more deep breaths. And we now close the eyes of our imagination. Come back into the space of our physical reality. Breathing deeply and feeling that beautiful version of ourselves within us. That is us. And we come back to reality, changed, transformed, and empowered. And knowing that our voice will feel different moving forward. And our words will be powerful tools of manifestation and of creation. That is exciting and so empowering. And we are complete for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I hope you enjoyed tonight's meditation on the power of our words and our voice. Happy Lionsgate Portal for those of you who know about that and who use it to move energy. And the next meditation will be in 2 weeks. You can always find my meditation schedule on my website. And of course, it gets announced in the Quantum Touch newsletter. I always feel like I should take a picture of my face before and after the meditation because I can feel that I'm changed by it every time. And that really is the power of meditation. So have a wonderful, wonderful night, everybody. Thank you again for your presence. And I hope to see you at the next one. Bye-bye.